Hi, my name is Ashley, and my educational giant was Thomas Hopkins Gallaudet. Gallaudet was born the son of Jane Hopkins and Peter Gallaudet in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on December 10, 1787. Gallaudet was the oldest of 8 children, and by the time he was just 13 years old, his parents decided to move their family to Hartford, Connecticut, the birthplace of his maternal grandparents, in preparation for his college education. Being thoroughly grounded in the Protestant religion, Gallaudet had a strong desire to become an ordained minister at an early age and decided to stay behind in Philadelphia to work as such. Soon after his family's departure, however, he fell ill and was forced to turn down a ministerial position in order to join them in Connecticut. Upon his arrival there, Gallaudet attended Yale College, which is now known as Yale University, at the young age of 14. He graduated first in his class in 1805 with a degree in education, but was unsure which direction he wanted to go with his career. He later returned to Yale in 1808 to earn his master's degree and graduated 2 months before his 18th birthday. Gallaudet then went on to attend the Theological Seminary at Andover in 1811, becoming an ordained minister before the age of 27. Gallaudet's interest in improving the educational resources for those with hearing loss and/or speech disabilities came to sharp focus after meeting Alice Cogswell. Alice was the daughter of the prominent Dr. Mason Cogswell, who had entrusted Gallaudet to teach his daughter. Gallaudet recognized the need for special instruction and more effective education in the United States for those with hearing loss and speech disabilities as he attempted to teach Alice. With the funding and support of the Cogswell family, along with other prominent families aware of the situation in the Hartford community, Gallaudet had the opportunity to travel to Europe to study specialized education. Gallaudet first went to Great Britain to observe the oral communication methods being used to instruct those with hearing loss and speech disabilities that was being exclusively used by the Braidwoods. Gallaudet was unhappy with their techniques, but then he also had the opportunity to encounter the exciting work of a school in Paris. There he was able to meet Laurent Clerc, who was a young teacher and deaf himself, and was able to invite him to join him in an historic homecoming to establish the first permanent school for those with hearing loss and speech disabilities in the United States. Gallaudet returned to Connecticut with Laurent, and with the aid of the Cogswell family, he established the first school for those with hearing loss and speech disabilities in 1787. The School for the Deaf, formerly named as the Connecticut Asylum. The American School for the Deaf served as a springboard for educators to receive specialized training and then go on to establish new specialized schools all over the country. The American School for the Deaf is still in operation today and honors Gallaudet with a building in his name. Gallaudet remained principal of the school until April 6th of 1830, when he resigned to devote time to his ministry and to writing children's books. He published many works, including the Child's Book on the Soul, the Youth's Book of Natural Theology, and the Child's Book of Bible Stories. He also served as editor to 6 volumes of instructional materials for specialized education. On September 9, 1851, Thomas Hopkins Gallaudet died in Hartford, Connecticut, and at the time of his death was survived by his wife Sophia Fowler Gallaudet and their 2 sons, Edward and Thomas. Gallaudet University in Washington is named in commemoration of Gallaudet's life and accomplishments. The university is geared towards the advancement of education for students who have hearing loss and speech disabilities, and in line with Gallaudet's aims, is equipped to provide them with an equal opportunity for success.